Danny Worsnop and band. Come on. So, am I right in saying that this is the third time you've played together?
No, this is the first.
The first?
Yeah.
The very first?
This is the very first.
I was told it was the third.
I have played 3, but this is one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Even more impressive.
Right? We didn't fuck it up yet.
Still time. So, this is your first venture as a solo artist.
Yeah.
How has it been stepping out from behind a collective or having a gang with you to just being Danny Worsnop?
My balls are bigger. It's it's more pressure, but at the same time it makes it easier for me because I'm not kind of sharing everything with everyone, and I'm not relying on other people and having to take everyone's considerations on song and input. It's just whatever's inside me I can bring out. And it's nice.
Does that make you go deeper and more introspective?
Yeah, especially because these songs originally were never supposed to be heard. It was just self-therapy, so I kind of dug deep into places that I really didn't want to go and made me uncomfortable. And then Mr. Jim Kaufman over here, who produced the record, basically, along the way, has talked me into doing it.
And so...
Just strong-armed me into sharing music with the world and bearing my soul for you all.
So, this was I was told that this was never originally supposed to be a country record.
Well, not that. It wasn't supposed to be anything. I didn't go into this with anything in mind. It was just me going in and singing about whatever I was going through and whatever was in my head, and just that's kind of what it became. And I just fell in love with how the album was coming out, and it just, yeah, that's maybe that's what's inside me.
This is it. Well, is that just where your voice took you? Because we know from your work that you love classic rock.
I do.
I know from late night conversations with you that you love the blues.
I do.
Right. So how did you end up
Us
here?
out late?
Never.
We
ever.
haven't shut down bars together. That's ridiculous.
True facts. So is that just naturally where this is the natural place where your voice, when you don't have any responsibility to anyone else, this is where it takes you?
Yeah, I mean, this is just what was inside, and it came out behind some guitar chords, I think. I take very little credit for these songs. I was just the guy holding the pen. They wrote themselves.
Okey-doke. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about Nashville.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
So when I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but the Foo Fighters did this Sonic Highway show,
yes,
right?
Did. It was great.
Where they went into a bunch of different cities across America and a bit different states and told the story of that particular place. Now, that band totally fell in love with Nashville. Is that something?
I think all musicians do.
Is that what it is? I wanted to get some sort of explanation of the tangible magic that's in the air in Nashville.
You really cannot explain it without going there. There's something in the air. There's just such a creative vibe when you're there, and it's just, I don't know, there's all these vibrations in the air, and they just drill smash hit songs into you, which I hope some of these are, because I have expensive lifestyle choices.
Again with the
not the bad ones that they used to be.
I was going to say again with the shutting down bars. So yeah, I wanted to ask about the impact. Did that place have an impact on the actual writing and what came out?
Yeah, I moved there after the album was finished. But
oh, really?
Yeah, but Jim and I flew out an amount of time ago. It was a point in the past. We went there, and we wrote a vast majority of the songs in that weekend.
It was about a year and a half ago.
It was a year and a half ago. He was sober for slightly more of it than me, but not much. Yeah, and it definitely helped craft the songs into what they are today. Alas, most of those songs aren't even on the record now, so you'll never hear them. So you'll just have to take my word for it. So
you spoke briefly there about self-therapy.
Yeah.
That you said that these songs kind of come blistering out of you. Was that a sign of how willing you were to really dig deep on this one?
Yeah, and it was because I didn't think anyone was going to hear them. So it was a lot of just things that I wasn't talking about, and that was coming to poison in my head and just turning into addictions and just issues with myself. Because I wasn't addressing things, I was just bottling them down. It's hot in here. And yeah, they I think that's what made them be so deep and so personal, and made such kind of beautiful, introspective pieces of music.
And what are the themes? What were the places that you went into?
Dark ones. I mean, there's obviously stuff about drug addiction and alcoholism, neither which are fun after about a month of them. They're fun in the beginning, and then they get a little dark, and then you catch yourself curled up in the corner of a hotel room, of a not nice hotel, wondering when more drugs are gonna show up. That's never a good time. That's when you go, I should stop this after the next 8 ball. And yeah, I mean, I talked about a lot of that, and I mean, a lot of kind of deep emotional stuff from over the years. And yeah, this album really helped me put a lot of that aside and be able to move forward, just fresh with myself.
Do you feel that this is the closest we've ever got to the real Danny Worsnop as well?
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I know, and I'm not even drunk now. Mildly horny, not drunk or high. It's an achievement!
Well, that was Sex and Drugs. I'll leave you to the rock and roll then.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been Bezer. The Long Road Home is out on Friday on Earache Records. Danny Worsnop and band, everybody.